Next up in our 2024 CVC Fall Sports Media Day Tour is the Lakeside Dragons girls tennis team. Coach, thanks for being here. Why don't you introduce yourself and the girls you brought with you, and then just give us a preview of what we can expect on the court this season.
Okay, sounds great. Thanks, Steve. For those who don't know me, I'm Coach Spencer Selman. I'm in my third year now here at the high school. With me today, I have my first singles player, Ari Toth, here in the middle. And on the far side, I have Layla Jones, my number 2 player. So these two are kind of my leaders this year. They're my number 1 and number 2 girls. They actually won the CVC last year in our tournament. Ari went undefeated in CVC play, and Layla only had 1 loss in CVC play during our regular season. So these two are definitely hoping to repeat there. As for our team this year, we're a little bit younger than we were last year, but we are in a pretty good place with these two here at the top. So we're looking to strengthen ourselves over on the doubles court, as well as maybe find some points at third singles.
You were just a few points out of winning the CVC last year. I think you returned 3 or 4 all-conference performers, including the 2 that won the tournament last year. So you've got to be pretty optimistic heading into this season.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice season, a nice feeling to have all these returning players that did so well last year. And I think in terms of our conference, we're just as strong as we were last year. Geneva got a little bit stronger this year. They didn't lose anybody and gained a very solid singles player from St. John down the road. But we're hopeful that we'll be able to, compete with them again this year, and at least stay in, the top 2. And I'm hoping that we can win most every CVC match again this year.
Outstanding. All right, Coach, I'll come back to you after I talk to the girls. We'll start right there in the middle with Ariana. Ariana, just for the folks at home, introduce yourself, name and grade.
I'm Ariana Toth. I'm a senior this year.
So coming in senior year, you're a defending CVC conference champion. What do you have in store for 2024?
Hopefully have a repeat of winning CVC, going undefeated. Hopefully making it to districts for sectionals. Pretty much that's it.
How exciting was it to make that little magical run in the postseason tournament and win that CVC title?
It was definitely a goal of mine during the season, so it was great to make that happen.
It's a strong conference for tennis, and you see a lot of those teams, including Geneva in the Ashtabula County tournament. So I imagine you see a lot of those girls. Does that help or hurt you as you're trying to play them, when the stakes are a little bit higher, just that familiarity?
I think it helps just because you get to learn the player style and plan ahead accordingly.
What's the strength of your game?
I'm more of an aggressive player. I'm also kind of a baseline player, so my strengths are mostly in aggressive and taking control of a point.
I imagine in practice you play against Layla quite a bit. First off, give me a scouting report on her, and then secondly, just tell me how it helps you improve just having somebody of that caliber to practice with every day.
It's definitely helpful, and we get a lot of practice and repetition off of each other. And it's also just, I think, good for team camaraderie in general.
All right. What are your goals for this year, individually and for your team?
Individually, try to qualify for districts, win CVC. For our team, probably beat our record from last year. So probably somewhere around 12-6.
Yeah, 10-6 last year, so 12 wins would be the goal.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Well, good luck to you this fall. Layla, for the folks at home, just introduce yourself, name and grade.
I'm Layla Jones, and I'm a junior this year.
So you came in, you won that second singles title at the CVC tournament. How exciting was that?
It was a really big relief. It was definitely a long, hard game, and it just made me feel good about myself when I won.
How much have you improved from last season to this season?
I think I've gotten a little bit better. I have worked on my serves a little bit with Coach, and we've just worked as a team together. So hopefully I do better this year.
What do you think it's going to take for you to achieve your goals, whatever you've set them for? How's that going to happen?
I really just have to get my mind right and not get frustrated with myself and just think better about how I'm playing. And I think that could definitely help me.
What is the strength of your game?
My strength, I'd like to say that I'm definitely a baseline player. I can hit some solid forehands, so I think a forehand is my strength.
All right. I asked your teammate for a scouting report of you. Well, now you can give me a scouting report on her and also tell me how it helps you to play somebody of her caliber.
She's a hard hitter. It's nice playing against her. It definitely while we're practicing, it's nice having someone at that level that she is because it makes me work better on myself, and I just feel like we're nicely matched during practices.
And your goals for the season, individually and for your team?
Individually, I'd like to do just a little bit better than I did last year, not get as frustrated as much. And as a team, I'd just like to work together, win more games than we did last year, and have a better CVC this year.
Outstanding. Good luck to you this fall. Coach, back to you. We've talked to your number ones and twos. Who are some of the other girls who are going to fill out your lineup?
So we played our first match today against Edgewood. So we actually got our first CVC match in the book. So we got these two at 1 and 2. At number 3 is a senior for me, Jackie Perez, who played second doubles last year. At first doubles, I have Alyssa Wheeler, another senior, who played first doubles last year with now graduated Julie Pulchel. Juliana Jones is Alyssa's partner at first doubles, who is a sophomore. That was Jackie's partner last year at second doubles. And then I have 2 newbies at second doubles, Hannah Olson, who took her freshman year off but came back to play her sophomore year, and Anastasia Sanders, who is a freshman this year. And then I got a few other kids, like 8, 9, and 10 in my lineup that are trying to fight their way into that second double spot for sure.
How much does it help to have those 2 girls to your left there? Just, conference champions, they play at a high level. How does that trickle down to the other girls?
Makes my job really easy, honestly. When I don't have to focus on their court as much and I can, pay attention to doubles and try to get a win there. Like today I felt bad. I barely watched Ari play and it was, she won 6-1, 6-0. And I'm like, I can't really complain. There's not much I have to tell you when you're doing that well. But it's just great, having them as leaders where they're able to take control of practice, and get the girls going while I'm getting set up. So it was never really wasted time with them. And they're just really good leaders overall.
Outstanding. All right, Coach. Well, I appreciate you and the ladies taking some time out of the day to preview your season. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us, Steve.